Hey guys! Welcome back to SuperDerek Streams, the only show on the internet where I continue my coverage of E3, or begin my coverage of E3 for this year anyway. Last year I tried to go through and, do all of the streams and stuff, and I'll probably still do that, but I won't be able to do it live this time, unfortunately. But we can at least play a little bit of catch-up together. I think that'll be fun. So, let's see. What do I need to do? I just probably need to press play now, don't I? So I figure we're going to start... Hey, thanks, Eric. I think we're going to start by catching up with the Stadia event, and then... I can't see me behind me. I think we're going to start with the Stadia event that happened on Thursday, and then we'll play the EA E3 one. And so this one's just like a half hour long, and it's going to start here in a second. I think it's like at the 3-minute-ish.
I'm Phil.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Phil. All right. So, yeah, let's see. I wonder if it's still going on or if it's all in the past. Who knows? This is going to be, for people who are watching the recording, for like the three of you, it's going to be like in the past, in the past, in the past. All right, let's make sure you guys can hear this.
Hi, I'm Phil. Thanks so much for joining us today for the first Stadia Connect.
Hi, Phil.
This series gives you a look at Stadia news, events, new titles.
I guess this guy's going to keep us filled in.
We'll be posting these Stadia Connect videos from time to time to bring you the latest from Google straight to all of you, the players.
Okay, so they're planning several of these events, I guess.
So let's get started. 3 months ago, we gave you a first look at Stadia, a new generation game platform.
Yeah,
powered by
I can't believe it's been 3 months.
Today, we're going to tell
much
you about
filler.
the first wave of games available at launch. We'll share
Hey, Lamless.
details, including
Welcome to the
an
stream, man.
exclusive launch offer, and you'll learn how to become one of the
So we are
first
playing
Stadia
catch up
players.
with the Stadia.
Stadia has been years in the making across different Google teams. Google's mission has always been to make information more accessible for everyone. With Stadia, our goal is to make gaming more accessible for everyone too. We designed
Okay.
Stadia to bring together game players and game watchers from around the world into one global community of gamers. And Stadia makes it easy to play your favorite games on any screen in your life.
What I'm really curious to find out is if you can use
You'll be able to
consoles to play
games
Stadia
on your
games.
TV, desktop, laptop, tablet, and on Pixel smartphones.
Yeah, EA had a conference, and we're gonna watch
Follow
that
the
next,
brand new
Spooky.
Pixel 3a that we announced last month. Wherever you are, Stadia lets you play the latest games. No downloads, no patches, no installs.
Yeah,
Grab your
Grandia,
controller and
I'm
you're
so
in.
hyped.
This level of access and availability represents a huge shift in the gaming world. Instead of a console or a PC, you're using Google's data center as the platform. We handle the intense gameplay processing and graphics, so there's no console required to play your favorite games.
But it is also like always on DRM.
The games. Today, we're unveiling the very
Like it's
first
gonna have all the drawbacks of always on DRM.
at launch. We're working with hundreds of leading
And also you can't
publishers
mod,
and
but
developers
hey,
around
whatever.
the world to deliver their biggest and best
Tequila
titles
Works,
to Stadia.
Bethesda.
We've lined up an
I think I saw
incredible
Power
selection
Rangers.
of games spanning nearly every genre, including fighting, sports, role-playing games, first-person
Role-playing games.
and racing titles. And we're just getting started.
I've got a feeling that's
Worldwide exclusive
probably the
for
only
sale
time we're gonna
comes straight
hear
from
or
our
see a
friends at
role-playing game in
Larian
this one.
Studios.
Awesome. Well, welcome, Spooky Man. Good to have you here. So I did see pieces of this when they were doing it live, and this trailer looked really cool. But I ended up having to miss some because I was working. So yeah, this is that little gruesome. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3. I appreciate D&D so much now that I've actually played it and its influence on role-playing games. And I really just want to try playing an actual good like D&D game, you know?
So,
Am I a fan of many other
we
Dereks?
try to give everybody a lot of freedom because
Or am I a fan of no, am I a fan of the other Dereks? Or the others
my name is
Derek.
Sven Vinke,
The others
founder
what?
and
Baldur's Gate
designer.
games? I haven't actually played them.
So
I've only
Studios was
played
founded
like
in 97
tabletop
in
D&D.
Belgium. I've seen the entire evolution.
But I
of
love the
games
worlds
industry.
that
We
it
keep on
presents.
driving the state of the art forward
And the
so
mechanics.
fast. You don't have that in music. You don't have it in movies.
Kind of interested in seeing how
Video
they
games, you have
how
it
they're
in
able to
Stadia is
capture that.
like the next leap. I mean, it is quite revolutionary. Studios was founded to be able to create big epic RPGs in which the world reacts to what you're doing, in which you can play.
In the end, there can be only one
When we
Derek.
released Divinity Original Sin 1, I tried approaching Wizards of the Coast, trying to tell them that we should be the ones making Baldur's Gate 3. They didn't necessarily believe me back then, but then we started making Divinity Original Sin 2, and then at some point they just reached out to me and they said, well, you're the guy that wanted to make Baldur's Gate 3. Do you still want to make Baldur's Gate 3? And I say, yeah, of course I still want to make Baldur's Gate 3. And that got the conversation rolling, and before you knew it, we were constructing story. It was awesome.
It looks like a fun little office.
Baldur's Gate 3 is the biggest game that we've ever done. We had to triple the size of the studio to be able to do it. Production values are very, very, very high, but the game deserves it. I mean, it's people have been waiting on it for a very long time, so it deserves to be top-notch in every single aspect. And it's shaping.
Could always DM a game.
But the coolest thing about it all is that by bringing it to
I don't
Stadia,
know.
pretty much everybody is going to be able to play it at the highest quality settings because
I've assisted with
Stadia
developing some
is,
campaigns, but
democratic in that sense.
I
if
think
you
it's a
want. It
lot.
doesn't
It's a lot to
differentiate
keep up
between what
with.
platform you're playing it on because everything is server-based.
Howdy, Mars. Welcome to the stream. Ryoshin, thank you so much for the resub, dude. Or not resub, just sub. Welcome.
We know that players demand the most responsive experiences from their games. And we have architected Stadia to give you the fastest possible response between what your fingers are doing and what your eyes are seeing.
DMing is really tricky,
What does
and
that mean for the internet connection?
and I've developed such a high standard for what I would want in myself as a DM because I've been watching so much Crit Role.
With 4K HDR video at 60 frames per second and 5.1 surround.
I think I'm cutting off part of the
Able to deliver this experience
stream
to
here.
users with a connection speed of around 35 megabits per second. And with Google handling the processing load, you can enjoy smooth gameplay even if you don't have that kind of connection. So let's say you have a connection speed of just 10 megabits per second.
make a quick
You can
adjustment
still
there.
get at least 720p video at 60 frames per second with stereo sound. We're really proud of the experience we're able to deliver, and it's all thanks to more than 20 years of work at Google, building and optimizing our networks and data centers to support services with billions of users like YouTube, Gmail, Android, Google Play, Maps, and of course, Google Search. The latency and speed demands of online gaming aren't far off from the demands we've been meeting for years. We handle the back end so you can play the games you want, when you want, on whatever screen you prefer. Back in October of 2018, we put this idea to the test with Project Stream. We invited users to stream Assassin's Creed Odyssey at up to 1080p and 60 frames per second. It was a phenomenal gaming experience on a wide range of PCs and laptops that were simply running a Chrome browser. With Project Stream, we demonstrated that we can transmit the live instance from the data center to your screen faster than your eye is transmitting those images to your brain. That's critical for fast-paced games on Stadia, like Mortal Kombat. It's truly a new paradigm for gaming. And since we
Yeah, it's a really high
a few
bar.
months ago, we've gotten a lot of interest about this new way to play. In our conversations and meetups with game developers, they're excited about the possibilities of an ever-evolving play experience. And we can't wait to get Stadia in the hands of gamers later this year. So let's share some more details about the platform and what you'll need to get started at launch. You'll get the best experience playing with our new Stadia controller.
Right, because that controller is supposed to connect directly to the Stadia servers via Wi-Fi, rather than being routed through Bluetooth first. I think the difference in that will be really negligible, though.
Any supported game controller or with a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, I said Critical Role. Matt Mercer.
Want to play
The
on
godlike
HD TV
DM.
in your living room? Just plug in a Chromecast Ultra. If you'd rather play on your laptop, desktop or tablet, open a Chrome browser window. Our vision is for Stadia to run on any screen that runs Chrome. Or you can use the Stadia app on your Pixel 3. We'll be expanding to more screens down the line too, including more smartphones. When you're ready to play, the Stadia controller connects directly to your game running in the Google Data Center. That direct connection is key to providing the highest possible performance and the best streaming experience. We have so many more details on the Stadia controller, which you can find at stadia.com. We're also a tweet away at Google Stadia to answer all your questions. We're very excited to introduce you to a number of new titles coming to Stadia at launch. Let's take a look.
I'm a wolf, raised to be the alpha, but trained to follow. Alas, the beast can't be tamed that easily.
Let's see.
This wild territory is the perfect den for my kind. A free world where I can roam and explore with no end. But I came here on the hunt, hidden amongst
There we go.
focused on their superficial dreams, moving up the food chain step by step before I dominate them all.
Now we're not cutting off part of the stream here. I was concerned about that.
Secure the future with technology others developed, but were too fearful to deploy. By tooth and claw, I took this island, and by tooth and claw, I will rule it.
Hey Zer, welcome to the stream, man. You're watching the EA conference. The amount of cheese coming off is making you sick. Way too many influencers. Well, we're doing that next, Game Horde. If you wanna, you can stop watching and we can all make fun of it together, if you'd rather.
The wolf knows when a predator nears. Can a ghost take on the lone wolf?
Like, how much gameplay are they actually gonna show here?
Tracking,
Like, none of this looks like gameplay.
stalking, patiently, tirelessly. But there is no place for the weak and the wounded here.
A lot of FMVs. And I guess that's kind of how they have to do it these days.
We are wolves.
Just kind of give you the feel for what the game might sort of be about. What is the gameplay? Bethesda's like, microtransactions. Is this a gameplay?
Okay. Standing by. In position.
Alright, is that gameplay? I think that might have been gameplay, but it also might have just been a dramatic reenactment. Like, I kind of don't know. I don't think so. You don't think so either, Rim? Oh, you don't think microtransactions are gameplay? Yeah, I don't think so either. This looks cool. I mean, it's a movie, but it looks like a cool movie so far. I would watch it in theaters. Okay. Did you guys... I don't know if you follow me on Twitter or not, but if you did you happen to see the other day I was talking about a dream that I had? Where you play as like a little girl in a mall or something like that. Using the power of like rock and roll to defeat monsters and stuff. And like little guitars and stuff. This looks so much like my dream. Guilt. It's missing rock and roll and guitars, but I think I'm interested in Guilt. This looks like an Amazon commercial. Just play it in reverse, and it's people delivering packages from Amazon. Follow for follow. This looks ridiculous. Hey, couch co-op. Are these is this an exclusive? Ridiculous physics. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. RPG of the year?
So
Yes.
Tom Clancy's The Division 2 happened 7 months after a deadly pandemic that started in New York, spread not only across the nation, but also across the world. And you, as an agent of the Strategic Homeland Division, has been called.
I really want to get forward to the EA, and I want to see the announcers yell at each other.
Because one of the major challenges is
I just want to see that.
RPG and to create a
You want to see Death
fast-paced,
Stranding?
action-packed
Yeah, me too.
shooting game.
Yep.
We learned a
Third
lot
person over the
from
shoulder.
the first game, and we improved on that. And what we have today, I think, is the best cover-based shooter RPG out there.
Did he just say RPG?
Real benefits of choosing Washington D.C. for the second game is that we have all of these.
Hang on. Let me go back. Just a second.
White House. One of the real benefits of choosing Washington, D.C. for the second game, Strategic Homeland Division has been called to Washington, D.C. to help take the city back and save the country. So one of the major challenges is to take an RPG and to create a fast-paced, action-packed shooting game.
What?
That started in New York, spread not only across the nation, but also across the world. And you, as an agent of the Strategic Homeland Division, has been called to Washington, D.C. to help take the city back and save the country. So one of the major challenges is to take an RPG and to create a fast-paced, action-packed shooting game. We learned
We want to take an RPG and turn it into something completely different from an RPG.
The best cover-based shooter RPG out there.
The best cover-based shooter RPG.
Benefits of choosing Washington, D.C.
Oh,
for the
it's a
second game
cover-based
is that we
shooter
have all of these
RPG.
amazing, iconic buildings. The White House.
You know, earlier we were talking about like
the Air and
what
Space
is an
Museum,
RPG.
the Lincoln Memorial, and of course, there's even.
Well, apparently everything is a goddamn RPG at this point.
Stadia means
It's an RPG, guys! Oh my gosh!
with Google has been
Does this...
really awesome. They're very open, a very open company, at least with us as partners. We know games, and they know infrastructure. So together we can bring a powerful, visually appealing experience to all Stadia users. Together we can make the
Now, when I think RPG, this is exactly what comes to mind.
exciting part about partnering with Google is that they really have the bandwidth and just the physical infrastructure to pull something like this off. Bringing the Division 2 to Stadia has been a learning experience.
I think they're trying to destroy the genre.
So I'm really looking
I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to muddy the waters and just kill off the RPG genre, or use the word so often that it has literally no distinction at all.
That's a look at just some of the amazing
Why?
titles
Why would you call that an RPG?
And now, here to tell you about Stadia's pricing and availability is my friend and colleague, John.
We're launching
Like,
Stadia
why not call it a platformer? I think I saw somebody jump
and world-class
over
game
a
features. There's
over a
truly
barricade.
something for everyone. With Stadia, you can put your money toward the things that really matter, the latest, greatest game experiences that you can play anywhere. To unlock these experiences, we're offering a premium subscription for our Stadia players. Introducing Stadia Pro. It delivers the best of Stadia for just $9.99 per month. Stadia Pro gives you regular content that we add to your library for being a Stadia Pro member. at our
Regular
highest
content that they
streaming
add.
quality. 4K, HDR, 60 frames per second with
Okay.
5.1 surround sound. And we're going a step further to celebrate players who want to be the first playing
So
Stadia.
it sounds like
We know
they're
there's
talking about kind of like
mobile players
PlayStation
out there
Plus. Every
who
month
want
they give
bigger,
you a
better,
game to play.
more accessible gaming experiences. After announcing Stadia,
And I guess it costs about as much as
so
PlayStation
many
Plus.
gamers who share our excitement. For those fans, we've created a custom limited edition set of exclusive features and content. We call it the Stadia Founders Edition, and you can pre-order it starting today. The Founders Edition includes everything you need to get started with Stadia, and you'll have the first access to Stadia when it launches later this year. We want to make sure your games look great on the biggest screen in your home, so the Founders Edition comes with a Chromecast Ultra for streaming it up to 4K HDR at 60 frames per second.
How much does a Chromecast Ultra cost, I wonder? Here, let me do a quick look on Amazon. Sorry. Let's see. Chromecast Ultra, currently $70. Okay. Just wanted to keep that in mind.
Directly to your TV. You'll also receive a limited edition Night Blue Stadia controller, as well as 3 months of Stadia Pro. And
Okay,
we
so
know
that's
gaming is
$100
more fun with a friend. The Founders Edition comes with
for
a
the
3-month Buddy Pass, so you can gift Stadia Pro access to a friend or family member. You can also pick up an additional Stadia controller for $69.
$69? Is that what controllers cost these days? $70? Like $70 per controller. I thought 60 was the standard controller price. Is that not right? Cuz like if we're talking about if you want to like do like 4-player couch co-op or something for that party game that they were just showing off, that means you've got to have $280 invested in Stadia. $280 to play a 4. I mean, it's okay, whatever.
Comes in clearly white, just black, and wasabi.
Wasabi looks ugly.
And here's the best part about the Founders Edition. You'll be among the first players to secure your exclusive Stadia name. So you'll get the Stadia name you want and the bragging rights that go along with it. So you're getting a Chromecast Ultra, the limited edition Night Blue Stadia controller.
Oh yeah. I can't wait to get 420 no scope 69 on Stadia by being a founder.
These 14 countries. And we're working hard to expand Stadia to additional countries in 2020 and beyond. We do have one more surprise. Gamers who buy the Stadia Founders Edition will get the complete Destiny 2 experience as part of Stadia Pro. Let's take a look.
So hang on. So that was a $70 Chromecast Ultra, $70 controller, plus 3 months of Stadia Pro.
I'm so
So what's that?
badass right now. I've been playing games for 30
So that's like
years.
a
I've never experienced that.
that's like a $170 value.
Playing with your friends.
My best moments are with other players. The first time I beat Vault of Glass, I know who was there with me, and that just makes it feel so much more rich.
Bungie's always been at the forefront of exploring new ways to bring our games to our players.
We are now our own publisher. Did you know this? And with Stadia, we get to be the tip of the spear with something that's new. Our push now is to...
Oh look, it's another RPG. It's called Destiny.
Whenever, wherever, with whomever you want.
Have you guys heard of this RPG before?
All of our planets, all of our cooperative strikes, all of our competitive modes, Gambit, raids, it's all there for players to jump in and have fun with.
Shadowkeep is the next chapter in the
It's a fast-paced,
It's a pretty haunting tale. There are these nightmares.
first-person action RPG,
Find a way
right?
to conquer these nightmares and face your fears.
We have a lot to do with Destiny 2. We're not done yet. We now...
Does it have guns? Yes, it does.
Behind us, we have an incredible community. And with Stadia, I think we're going to open up an entirely new opportunity for players to come in and play.
Tip of the spear is military lingo. Oh god, I saw that. Oh, that's what that is. I saw that guy. So there was a guy in front of me at a cafe this morning in a truck, and he had the Destiny logo on his back window. I was like, that. What is that?
Past.
Now I know. He's a Destiny bro.
Can you feel them?
What,
I can
the
still
feathers?
hear their voices. Their endless torment reshapes our moon. Nightmares now stalk the surface. Walking shadows, seeking vengeance.
Is this an RPG?
Our old fears, they rise again.
But that packing RPG looked kind of fun.
And in the dark below,
Oh, is this Lunar 3?
something wicked has awakened. We must bring an end to this suffering. One way or another.
Oh, they can't use that gun because it's all wrapped up in charms now.
A big thank you to our friends at Bungie for partnering with us to bring the full Destiny 2 experience to Stadia. The base game, all previous add-ons, the newest expansion, and the annual pass. They're all included in your
He looks like a nerdy Tom Brady.
And as an added bonus, you'll be able to transfer your Destiny Guardian to Stadia.
Those blue glasses are really off-putting.
Recap. The Stadia Founders Edition comes with limited edition Night Blue controller, Chromecast Ultra, 3 months of Stadia Pro, the full Destiny 2 experience, first dibs on your Stadia name, and a buddy pass to give Stadia Pro to a friend for 3 months. Good luck deciding who
Like they're just like distracting. He's talking, and I'm like, those glasses are so blue.
And you'll get it all in the Founders Edition for just $129, which you can pre-order now. We're excited to
Okay, so you get the bundle and you save $40.
only available for a limited time in limited quantities. So don't wait too long to pre-order.
Hey, Jarek.
If you don't want
Welcome,
the
man.
Founders Edition or Stadia Pro, you can still buy and play Stadia games without a subscription. Simply buy the games you want when you want them. We call this Stadia Base, and any games you purchase, they're yours.
You want the name Whack Admin?
So whether you're ready to go all in with the Founders Edition bundle, or if you prefer Stadia Base, you have options. All right, let's bring Phil back for a few.
I want the username
Thanks
/
for
and
tuning in to
parentheses
this first
drop
look at
table.
Some of our most exciting launch titles, pricing details, and how to access Stadia right at launch. You can get more details and info at stadia.com/FAQ, or you can find it in the description here, or tweet us at Google Stadia. We'll have much more to come soon, including additional announcements from some of the world's best game publishers. Thanks for watching. I can't wait for you to experience Stadia for yourself. And with that, we're excited to show you one last collection of games.
Listen up already.
I saw Elder Scrolls. I saw Dragon Ball for a second. It's so crazy how many things they're sticking the RPG label on, though. One of the interesting things that I noticed about, like, when they showed off all the developers that were coming to Stadia, they were like triple dipping on most of them. Like, for instance, they showed like they showed Elder Scrolls Online. Here, my finger. Elder Scrolls Online, and then Bethesda, and then ZeniMax. And I think they did that for like every game that they had. They're like, yeah, let's include all, like, the developer, the game, and the parent company. Okay. All right. Well, was anything else coming? No, doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, that was Stadia. So my initial thoughts on this are that Stadia, I don't know if Stadia is the future of gaming, but I think that this is the sort of thing that will probably eventually replace some forms of gaming. I think they could successfully carve out a niche for themselves with this. Um, the thing is, what this essentially does is it, that Chromecast Ultra that they're doing and these controllers are basically just sort of shifting the burden of, like, it's still a console for all intents and purposes. Like, you still have to have something that connects to a TV and a controller with which to play it. It's just a less expensive console if you think of it that way. That's also digital only. So that's kind of my thought on that anyway for now. Kind of interested, kind of not. So this is the full EA E3 presentation, and I think we'll just, this is as recorded by GameStop, so I'm glad we'll have that little icon right there. GameSpot, everybody. Okay.
Jedi Fallen Order. We've been waiting so... You know what? Star Wars. Yeah! We've been waiting so long for details on this game.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. Is this early enough to...
Get things started. We've got the head of Respawn.
Oh my god, is this...
And the director of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh, that looks really bad. Is the E3 conference still going on, or is it... Ooh, that looks pretty bad. Is the E3 conference for EA still going on, or is it done? And can I find like a cached version that doesn't have this weird stutter issue?
Please keep it going. They're making a Star Wars game.
Star Wars.
Guys,
they're making a Star Wars game.
Thank you. What a great welcome.
How are you feeling right now? No pressure. You're just about to.
He's presenting like Dane Cook.
The biggest, if not the biggest, games of your lives.
Is this Dane Cook?
You're supposed to answer this.
Off script.
So off.
Oh yeah, we're totally off script. They gave me cards. That was the dumb idea. Nobody cares.
Is this the guy that gets yelled at later?
It's EA Play. It's E3. It's Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really get any bigger than that.
Yeah, this is something that Stig and I have been envisioning for years, to see it come to life and be able to show you guys 15 minutes of gameplay today.
Ooh, okay.
Uncut.
All right.
So it's not like what I'm displaying here. God, I hope that really fixes the speed issue. I wonder, will pausing and like restarting this resolve the weird playback issue?
Single player action adventure game set post. Oh yeah. Oh.
A single player action adventure game sounds like an RPG to me, guys.
Set post Order 66 after the events in Episode 3, when all the Jedi were hunted down. Well, not all. When the Jedi were hunted down and eliminated.
So, Stig, that's the nutshell of the entire game.
All right, I'm going to see if I can find a better recording of this. So hang tight for just a second, guys. Because that stutter is like really, really hard to deal with. Here, let's see. Let's just turn off the gameplay window. If I can find that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's see if I can find the E3 presentation in its entirety. I don't know. That's clearly an RPG. That's my thought, man. All right. Okay, here's... That's the Pokemon Direct. Stadia Direct. I don't know. Here, maybe I'll just try refreshing my view.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
No, that is still affecting this. I wonder if there's another cached EA stream that I can go back and rewatch here. Oh yeah, here it is, I think. If this is what I think it is. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, I think this is gonna work for us. Here, let's turn our gameplay window back on. And let's see, where is it? There we go. All right. Yeah, let's give this a watch. I think. Oh wait, no, this is somebody else's reaction to it. Damn. Ah, darn it. This is the problem of doing things live, hashtag or live, not live, I guess. Let's see if we can find a different live stream.
Invented for a new era,
No?
kind of thing.
Ugh. Man, so many people are restreaming this. I can't even find one that's just fine. We'll deal with a stutter for now. Sorry. Hey, Alec. Just swinging by to say hi before I gotta run. Well, thanks for stopping by, dude. Alpha game footage. Yeah, this gameplay looks alpha AF. Man, so much game stutter, you'd think they'd fix this. Somebody, if anybody's watching the actual live EA conference, let me know when it ends so I can maybe refresh this and we can watch something a little better. Oh, a Star Wars game made by Naughty Dog. No, it's not.
Imperial Sap Refinery lies dead ahead.
What does the Empire want with tree sap?
Nothing good. They refine the sap into a powerful compound, and they're rushing to expand the production.
Oh.
We have to stop them.
It's the plot of Fern Gully.
They spread themselves too thin. This map
Glorious 13 frames per second.
Here you go, bud.
It looks like it's getting a little bit better.
These refineries double as brutal.
All right, see ya, Alec.
Use those cutters to create a distraction while you take your lightsaber and free the Wookiees inside. We need their help to stop the Empire.
Understood.
Watch yourself in there.
You hear that? He said he needs my help. Come on, buddy.
Jedi Gully. The Empire's attempting to release Hexes, or Hexus. Yeah. I'm gonna say Hexen, but that was a 64 game. Man, this guy walks really slowly. I mean, honestly, this looks not too bad, really. So far. For an EA game. The thing about these E3 trailers that I always try to keep in mind is that a lot of what they show off is heavily scripted, heavily curated, and that when you actually play it, your experience is going to be way different from this. This is like the best case scenario scripted thing. Like they've practiced this run 5,000 times, removed all RNG. So is he slowing down time, or is the game, or is my stream just doing that for him? That looks like an evil R2.
Attention all units. We've got contact on troops stationed at cargo pad 119 Gallon. Keep to your posts and stay alert.
He didn't actually fall into pieces when he got sliced through. It's a game mechanic. You watched this part live? Okay. Alright. I figured it probably was, because it looked like it was behaving a little differently, but with the stutter that I'm getting in this cached version of the video, it's a little hard to tell. So it looks like he's got a stamina bar and a health bar. And what's that in the lower left? Ammo?
Think you can help me, BD?
No, it's health. Okay. Well, doesn't that just beat all? That's... looks alright. It strikes me a lot like a Star Wars meets Uncharted. Like, that was my initial impression. And a lot of that seems to kind of hold true so far. Which is, you know, a good thing. Uncharted was great. Oh yeah. Way more Uncharted influence for sure.
Okay.
Well, it's owned by Disney now. So, I don't know. Hey, Rim.
You had no idea that was there, did you? You just wanted to turn that cutter on.
You noticed Sekiro-ish during combat scenes? Well... I'll look for it and see if I can spot what you're seeing. You went to try to find a non-stuttering stream? Come back with anything? That's what Twitch streamed for EA? Here, I'll see if I can pull that up real quick. Because if that's better than what I've got, then okay.
Things and do it differently, or you and I would have animations, right? I'm doing a force grab instead.
Okay, hang on. Okay, this looks a lot better. I think. Well, it still has a bit of stutter, I think.
Need to slice this. No guards.
Yeah, it's got some stutter, but it, I think, seems better. Maybe the problem is that they just didn't have a very good connection when they streamed out to begin with. Yeah, I think the event just had stutter. Though it looks like Twitch is handling the stutter better. Instead of trying to, like, interpolate it. I would rather just have the dropped frames than, like, the slowed down frames. Alright. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Games play best on Xbox One.
Alright. I think that looked pretty good overall.
What do we think, EA Play? Yes, that's what I wanted, the little boy. Guys, congratulations. That looks pretty awesome.
Thank you.
I have a million questions, and I know we're short on time as always. I want to point out, though, in the Twitch chat, Gwyn96 says, that's freaking cool.
Hey, Kronos Dios. Welcome, man.
How does it feel to, I think, deliver, right? Like, you guys liked it, right? I think I was looking at the Twitch chat. There's a lot of people who liked it. Like, what does that feel like to finally show this game?
Oh, it's great. I mean, being involved with this team, you know, Stig and his team have done an amazing job. They've put so much of themselves into this game. To be able to be involved in something like this is just, you know, dream come true.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like a really fun-looking Star Wars game.
Everybody
Thanks,
worked
guys!
Like it looked a lot like Uncharted meets
demo, but also the whole
Star
game.
Wars.
The whole game
A
is
lot
put
like
together,
that,
right?
and that's
So
a great
it's an amazing
thing.
feeling. I'm just so proud to be up here, and I hope that Star Wars fans understand that we're really doing our best to try to honor the brand.
I mean, I think from, go ahead, clap now. I'm going to stop you. Whenever you want to clap for him, you clap for him. I think that's pretty evident from it. And I liked when we introed, you guys were talking about the fact that this is a skilled person playing it, right? We all see it and we think it looks awesome. What are we missing by not having our hands on the controllers? Like, what do lightsabers feel like?
I mean, it's fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Because it looks like it's got weight to it and throwing it and catching it, right? Like, that's the impact I think I want from it.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's really satisfying. I mean, the game itself, it's thoughtful combat, as Stig likes to call it. It's what you saw was a really good player.
Yeah.
Right. So
He's
you'll
right
have
over
to
there
work up
again.
to
He'll
that
give out
stuff.
autographs after this panel.
So you can block, parry, deflect. Like
Yeah.
we want the combat to feel really good for people to go in and be able to like be part of that and size up the enemy.
Seems faster paced than Sekiro. I mean, Sekiro's pretty fast paced, but
it's also about the enemy arrangements.
it
as well,
looks,
like what enemies
it
we're putting you up
appears
against.
less
When you
thoughtful
go
than
in, use your
Sekiro.
tools
Yeah.
to take them down. But it's not just lightsabers; it's the Force as well.
Sure. Well, that's part of this. You were talking to me last night about it, right? This thoughtful combat. And the idea that when I watched the demo initially, my thought was, oh, these are canned animations, right? I'm doing a force grab and stabbing the guy, and that's all I hit R1 and that happened. That's not that way.
No, it's all freeform.
So, like, you can go back in and replay things and do it differently, or you and I would have different
Absolutely. And actually, the enemies react to each other in different
Yeah,
ways.
I kind of agree, Kronos Dios. He kind of reminds me a lot of like Dane Cook if he were an E3 presenter.
It's not any fun either. It's fun to watch sometimes, but
it is
it's a lot more fun to play.
You talk about the skill points. Are those going into the force abilities?
Yeah, so we're going to have the classic abilities. We're going to have push, pull. We've got what we call force flip, which is essentially double jump, which is nice because that's something that makes sense in Star Wars, a Jedi actually doing a double jump. But we have one unique expression of the force that you saw in there, which is slow, which is a little bit of the glue between force push and pull.
Yeah, that's the actual gameplay mechanic.
I think I thought you couldn't top my favorite moment in the demo, right? Where you come around the corner, grab the stormtrooper, force pull the stormtrooper, stab him, but when you force pull the stormtrooper and walked him into one bolt, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
That's one of my favorite. I think the first time I saw that, I freaked out a little.
No, you actually said it better be in the demo.
Well, you did it. You delivered. Tell me about the enemies we are seeing there, right? Because that's one of those things I feel like we're talking a lot about, seeing things a lot about.
You guys want to keep seeing Star Wars, or should I forward? Because I'm kind of over Star Wars already.
Yeah, and this is just a small.
If you're digging it, we'll stick here, but otherwise we'll move on.
That is not.
It's wow.
No.
But we got our classic stormtroopers. We've got the scout troopers who you saw equipped with kind of melee charged weapon. We've got the flame troopers, but we also have the purge troopers whose task is to basically hunt Jedi.
Forward. Yeah. I was kind of thinking forward also.
And like we're seeing right here, right? Like this.
Because I don't need,
Yeah.
another
Like
10 minutes of, analyzing the gameplay from that. Next, Apex Legends starts in 3, 2. Oh, that's what we have to look forward to, huh? Apex Legends, Battlefront, The Sims.
Let's go. Everything dies.
Looking for me? Surprise.
Good point there, Rim.
Welcome to EA Play 2019, and I'm so excited to talk.
I just want to see the hosts yell at each other.
Commentator Alex Goldenboy Mendez. Now, everyone at Respawn has been working diligently at making Apex Legends the best battle royale game out there. We've got some big updates. That's right. I like that. Like that, baby. Bring that energy. We got some exciting details.
Exactly, Rim.
Season 2, including a brand new weapon, a new mode, an improvise. You hear me? I'm improvising. An improved battle pass, a reveal of the 10th legend coming to the arena.
So I know next to absolutely nothing about Apex, so maybe this is going to show me what I need to know in order to be an MLG pro.
Thanks, Golden Boy. I'm Respawn's community manager, Jay Frechette, and as you can see, we've brought Kings Canyon to life right here at EA Play. We've even got all 9 current legends here to help me bring you some of the Season 2 updates that you've been clamoring for. We're going to introduce you to our newest legend after the show, but for those of you at home, don't miss your chance to jump into our Legendary Hunt event. Check it out.
The hunt is upon us. Prepare yourself.
Oh, that guy's got a crow. It's Overwatch with Borderlands graphics, sorta. Okay.
Complete challenges for exclusive cosmetics.
I could do this all day.
Earn XP and Battle Pass boosts. And find all new
Apex Legends is a Fortnite clone.
Only the strong will win and slaughter.
For a limited time, legends who place in the top 5 of any match.
So how soon are they going to show off what kind of dances we can buy?
I need some help over here.
Solid copy. There, they will have the opportunity to test their skills. Need some ammo against the most talented legends in the game.
Where are the RPGs? Well, we already saw a couple of them. Isn't Apex Legends an RPG?
Hunt challenges to earn rewards, like the epic master.
The fast-paced, first-person shooting cover-based RPG.
And hunt down 2 wins to score the exclusive legendary Tamed Beast triple take.
Trust in the gods, and you shall be rewarded.
Opening fire. Got him. During the event, all Battle Pass owners will receive the free.
Was it The Division on Stadia that they called an RPG?
Legendary Night Terror Wraith.
You know what I look like. Come find me.
Hey, Veniasaurus. Yeah, we're watching some EA E3 stuff. Just getting caught up.
Thank you for the fun fight.
And we're doubling down with our first ever Double XP weekend. One moment. From June 7th to June 9th,
Great.
earn Double XP on both your base and Battle Pass progression.
Yeah, XPs. That makes this an RPG, right?
Throughout the event, be sure to keep an eye on the rotating store for new exclusive Legendary Hunt cosmetics.
The sky has opened and gifted the day.
Squad up and drop in, as the Legendary Hunt won't last forever. Good luck, Legends.
Let the hunt begin.
XP levels. Yeah, it's an RPG indeed, for sure.
You can jump into the Legendary Hunt, our limited time event that features the debut of our Elite Queue, exclusive challenges you can unlock, and some killer skins and more. Also, this weekend is Double XP weekend, so there's lots of great reasons.
Oh man, it would suck to be in the background there.
Event launch, and it's awesome to see the best duke it out.
And like all you can do is like stand there and like awkwardly hold the peace sign.
Appreciate it. All right. How was season 1? Who's ready to talk about season 2? I like that. So, you know, listen, I play this game every day. It's one of my favorites, and I did this like right before the show started. That's how much I play this game. And you know, I'm going to jump back in when we finish up. But first, I do want to talk about season 2. We've got the first details here.
Do you think he actually plays Apex?
Drew McCoy in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Drew, we've been so patient for that beautiful, beautiful content.
Yes.
What do you have for us today?
Well, it's coming.
Okay.
First and foremost.
Content is coming.
It's
Confirmed.
coming.
You've heard it here first.
So season 2, it's coming July
Probably.
2nd, and it's called Battle Charge.
All right. So Battle Charge will be coming out. What can we expect, though, when this new season drops?
Yeah, so as we announced when we launched the game, we're taking a seasonal approach. So we're trying to cram as much into the launch of season 2 as possible with some other stuff along the way. But what you can expect
BioWare still
from the launch is a new
belong
legend.
to EA? Are they making any RPGs? Mass Effect, Andromeda, Anthem?
Perhaps
yeah, they're working on
a lot of this has been done through
new Dragon Age. It's supposed to be awful.
We're also changing up some
Anthem
of the
with dragons,
balance of weapons
apparently.
to try and buff up some of the weaker weapons and bring a lot of cool stuff in the game.
Okay. All right. It's a lot. It's a lot. We're going to talk about a good portion.
Lot of disgruntled employees there said that they had to basically restart all their work on Dragon Age so they could include more
Show it.
more Anthem-based elements because Anthem did so well.
I am taking fire, friends. I bathe in the blood. Your ignorance meets your end.
First-person shooters. I mean, obviously, I just finished playing New Vegas. But like, just the whole like combat element of this. It looks like it takes a lot of skill to be good at this. But I have no interest in it, whatsoever. I can kind of understand why people might though.
You're not.
There you have it, the L-Star, man. I remember getting slapped by this gun in Titanfall 2, so pretty excited to see this one make it into the fold in the arena. Seems really powerful. So tell me more about its place in the entire weapon loadout for Apex Legends.
Yeah, so the L-Star is new. It's coming.
Yep, sure did, Spheniosaurus.
It's actually a care package weapon because it's so OP.
Which is why we're streaming this now.
It's just amazing. But
Glad you said that out front.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like the master for the Kraber. It's incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
And
It doesn't even look like a
care
gun.
package weapon, it doesn't use any of the existing ammo on the ground, so whatever you get with it is what you got.
I also noticed too.
Like I can't tell which side goes forward.
Open doors.
So like
Yeah.
melees, grenades, and now
the L-Star.
Now that I finished Fallout, it looks like, well, I guess the vote is officially come to an end. And the people in Discord have voted so far, last I checked, that Star Ocean Second Story
Yeah, so like
gets to
I mentioned,
be
there's some
up
meta changes
next.
to the weapons. We're trying to bring up some of the weaker weapons. And then, yeah, there are 2 new hop-ups coming. Not really going to say what they are yet. You guys got to wait for Season 2. But there is a chance that maybe a memeable weapon named after an African country is usable.
A what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps.
All right, perhaps. I mean,
A
that is
memeable?
yet to be seen. We'll have to see if that's going to be a reality.
A memeable weapon?
So we're we're starting out hot with that L-Star light machine gun.
Oh my God.
We also have
Just looking ahead to see how much.
You know, when you guys first spoke about the Battle Pass,
17 more minutes of this talk.
What's different this time around for Season 2?
Yeah, so we've been listening to community a lot. Season 1 didn't quite launch as well as we were hoping. The content was fairly underwhelming for players, so we've been taking that in. We've been getting all sorts of data.
That's a lot of Apex Legends ahead of us.
To what they equip on their characters or weapons.
Never played Star Ocean, but they looked cool.
Taking this learning and put it in a
Yeah, I've heard really good things about Star Ocean too. The fact that it won the vote, and it was a very tight vote.
You'll get daily and weekly challenges, and they stack if you don't play for a while. So you can come back after a month and try and knock them all out on a weekend and level up really quick. Ultimately, this does mean leveling to level 100 is a lot quicker than in Season 1. We're also getting rid of all the badges and strat tags.
Playing more games than I can just pick up and play with minimal time investment.
And we
I don't
are
have time for RPGs anymore, so it's all retro shooters, fighting games, modern battle royale. Yeah, I can see that. Kind of easy to pick up and play.
There's going to be enough crafting metals by the time you hit level 100 to craft your very
When do the hosts fight? That's what I want to know, Rim.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You will likely have to wait until tomorrow press conferences to find any RPG announcements. I think you're probably right, Starshot, but it is probably good to at least try to stay up to date with,
like I mentioned,
with what they're talking about here.
The game is being upped pretty significantly. You can see that with the Wraith skin specifically from the
Star Ocean was good.
But we
Give it a
got
try.
4 legendary skins.
Quite amazing. Golden Sun as well.
2 character and 2 weapon.
But I think
So
Star
for
Ocean's
Caustic, he's got the
the
Prince of
better
Darkness
game.
skin.
Yes, I think
And
the Golden
for
Sun series
Octane,
was also up there.
I think we're, yeah, you can see there's Prince of Darkness right there. And then there is a skin for the Spitfire called the Intimidator and the R301.
That's a rhinoceros.
Actually, so the
On a
Iron
gun.
Rampage at level 100.
Okay.
And then there's a golden version as well.
Oh, man. Do you see that, by the way? Do you see?
Yeah, it's sick. It's sick.
That looks insane.
That looks like one of those ass weasels from
The community is having, they're just dying to have answered.
Dreamcatcher,
Two ways to play.
the
Elite
Stephen
Q
King movie.
was awesome.
Yep.
I think it's like one of the coolest additions for Apex Legends. What else?
Yeah, so when we
Golden Sun was on Game Boy.
really wanted it to have kind of a competitive core to it. This is a game
That's
that's meant to
true.
be played
Game
over
Boy
hundreds of
Advance.
hours and mastered,
And
really deep
one was on DS.
And so the Elite Queue is our first step towards getting to a higher competitive stage.
Okay.
And so Season 2, I'm really, really, really stoked to announce. We have a rank.
He looked really stoked.
Rank mode.
Yeah.
All right.
So rank mode, you'll progress through 6 tiers if you're good enough. You will cap out if you are garbage tier like myself.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll be in Wood Division.
Yeah.
you and me,
Yeah, I
buddy.
finished it up.
Wood.
Lazy guy.
Wood 3, I think.
Wood 3.
Yeah,
Wood
we'll
3
get there.
Division.
Yeah, so it goes from bronze all the way up to Apex Predator, and it's using
I just wanted to make sure I had enough time to actually finish it.
tiers. So the higher you get, you'll probably have some longer matchmaking times, but it's because we're trying to find the best possible match for
Star
you.
Ocean 3.
And then throughout the season, you'll be hopefully gaining
Yeah,
tiers.
apparently the Star Ocean 1 remake on PSP is going to be coming to PS4 here soon.
To show off for the next season.
Ranked
So that's
mode
kind of
coming to
exciting.
Apex Legends.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
That's sick. All right. All right. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be all up in that. It's going to be sick. I can't wait. I am legitimately concerned, as I had mentioned, either it be the first Wood Division player, which isn't even in it, or Plastic Division.
Plastic's good.
Yeah, that's
Step up.
going to hurt. But, dude, thank you so much for sharing all these details, man.
Hey, man.
Guys, Drew, ladies and gentlemen, from the Respawn team. All right, now, here's the thing. I'm a Lifeline main. It's just facts.
Same.
You are too?
Yep.
Respect that. Any Lifeline mains in the house?
I don't know what he's talking about.
All right, but that might change when the new season drops. That's right, because Jay, give the people what they want. We want to know who is the 10th legend joining the arena. What do you have?
It's my pleasure, Golden Boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the moment has arrived. The 10th legend joining the Apex Legends arena is Watson.
Who's Watson?
To help us get to know our latest legend a little bit better, our team put together this touching illustrated short. Let's check it out.
My dearest Natalie, as I write this letter, it's the middle of the night in late
Lifeline is one of the characters. Oh, okay.
You cracked the equations necessary to power the force.
Yeah, the audience was more excited for Star Wars. I think that's probably to be expected, though. I mean,
and I couldn't be happy.
Star Wars was a game that's not already out.
I always knew you were special.
And has a pretty amazing built-in fan base.
Girl who taught her staffed Nacy multiplication tables, who grew up to master quantum laser mechanics. I have assured the Syndicate that the modified containment force field will be operational in a month's time, and it's all thanks to you.
Well, he did just mention elementary school, so...
Old fool, trying to hold on to mon bébé a little.
Elementary, my dear Watson, confirmed.
Loses her to adulthood. But I do see you. I see the strong, brilliant, wonderful young woman you've become. And I know when the day comes that I'm no longer with you, you are going to be just fine.
Star Wars did look solid, honestly.
The games will be brilliant because you are brilliant. My daughter can and will do anything she wants in this life because she is the smartest woman in the frontier. Je t'aime de tout mon cœur, pour toujours, Papa.
I did it, Papa. I hope wherever you are, you're cheering for me.
Yeah, I've never been good at first-person shooters, so a lot of these are just... They look like games that not only do I have little interest in playing because I suck at them, but I couldn't play if I wanted to.
Thank you so much for joining us here. Wow. So I mean, Bible thumps in the chat, man, because that was the feels right there. Hit me right in the feels. But Griffin, we'll start with you, bud. You're one of the Legend designers, and I'm curious on the approach that you guys took toward making Watson a character that has impact in the arena.
So Watson really started as a conversation between a friend of mine and I, who he's an engineer, and he has this really methodical...
Nobody's really mentioned, by the way, when the shouting begins. Still really looking forward to that.
And so I kind of thought, what would it be like if we took the sort of the defensive complexity of Apex and introduced a character that could really create an ecosystem in which you can survive the really aggressive third-party meta, all of that stuff. So the idea behind Watson really is that if you plan and you sort of adapt to the environment, you really know the map, and you work closely with your team, that you can really create these strong defenses that...
Fun fact, when they mentioned the chat being so excited for Star Wars, looking at the VOD, it was a chorus of snooze.
I hear gunfire and I hit it as hard as I can, with Bangalore, Wraith, Octane.
That's hilarious.
We're trying to sort of bump that meta a little bit and make it so that this more stanced RTS kind of
do anything but die in the game.
Breathing room.
Yeah, you're trying to provide like options for the players.
Yes.
Right? Because if you want to be able to play that hyper aggressive approach, whether you're running like a composition that contains like a typical one, which would be like a Pathfinder, Wraith, and a Lifeline for that support, you can play into a composition like this, and they kind of counter one another. So that's going to be really fun. And we're going to dive into the abilities and everything that she does.
Shouting is during Battlefield? Oh, it was during Battlefield? Oh, Battlefield. That's still ahead.
My favorite part about
Okay.
Apex Legends is that the characters, the legends themselves, they stand out. When you're looking from far away, you see the silhouette, and you know exactly who it is that you're about to engage with. What were some of the complexities in bringing a character like Watson to life?
So it's a collaborative effort. Shout out Heath and Sam, animation department. Everybody kind of works together.
Is this...
we were given a specific set of skills that she would be using, abilities from Griffin, and that's kind of all we had.
I'm sorry, this guy is... he's too cliched.
Did a great job of like bringing it all together, giving her a sort of a grounded aesthetic.
I bet this guy drinks craft beer.
Electricity and stuff like that. So rubber gloves and the coils and the wires and
gluten-free craft
her
beer.
Silhouette at the same time, making her stand out. You have to be able to read who she is from different distances. From there, all right. From there, you can really go in and sculpt all the details out and work with the animators to really bring her to life, give her personality in everything that she does. And that too. So.
Yeah, and there's some really cool stuff there as well. Every part that Watson,
she's like, it sure is sunny out here.
In her kit, it's actually like on her person.
Oh yeah,
you see it happen.
Yeah,
gluten-free, vegan craft beer.
Designed by the concept artist, and then
like he looks like the kind of person that they would put in a commercial trying to appeal to millennials.
Now you get to the to the gameplay, the look, but the story. You know, because you got to hit us in the feels, right? Like super hard, and you just did that. Watson's backstory, who she is. Let's dive deeper into that one, Tom.
It's kind of different from the way we usually do things because usually it's very collaborative and we're creating the character at the same time, all the different.
Maybe that's why he's here.
Together.
To appeal to the
She was
millennials.
already designed and drawn when I got her. And
Granted, I'm a millennial, technically,
they
I guess.
encourage us to create characters that are non-traditional and that are characters you haven't seen in video
I'm
games
a Generation Y.
branch out and see what else.
As in
you know,
Generation
what other
Y am I
kind of people
here?
Can we represent out there? And so Watson is a very different character than I've ever seen in a video game, at least. And everything is based off of what these guys created. I mean, it's all every single part of her backstory is connected somehow to either her abilities or her look.
And now, it was something that kind of stuck out to me. So, am I correct in assuming that Watson played a big role in the arena itself?
Yes. So Watson and her father actually invented the ring.
Okay.
And so she grew up in the arena, literally in the arena when they were building it. And we're going to you're going to see with Watson and moving forward, we're going to start to build the lore of this world a little bit. You're going to find out who created the games. They mentioned the Syndicate in there, so we'll talk about the Syndicate down the road. You're starting to build more and more of a universe.
Yeah.
Which is great.
So she's
Fam and dabbing are old now.
Oh yeah, she was their kid sister basically. She was always hanging around the arena.
It's all about the Fortnite dances now.
Got to watch all of them. She's not a mercenary. She's
Flossing.
not a soldier. You know, her role is of support, and so everybody loves Watson. She's the one person that could probably unite all the legends together,
including Caustic.
Caustic respects her. She's a scientist.
Okay.
She's an engineer.
Okay, so like was
he
a strong
respects
word
her.
for Caustic.
Yeah, I don't know if Caustic likes anybody.
Okay,
He likes
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's all right. I'm still calling everyone Holmes.
That's super cool. I mean, blown away by this character so far. Now, I mentioned before we're going to talk about the abilities because when you revealed these to me, I was floored, jaw-dropping. And a lot of people online were kind of like guessing as to like what it would be. And I'm very happy to see that a lot of them, some had the right idea, but for the most part, what she's capable of doing is ridiculous. So let's just talk about the active. First thing, defenses.
Yes. So the Watson has more interrelated abilities than probably any other.
They're spending way too much time talking about this.
How they all interact. The fences, you can place 12 nodes, and
I think each of these conferences so far has. I mean, there's only been two, I guess.
Because we really wanted to
but
reinforce both
so far, I think each has really just kind of overstayed its welcome.
Basically, we're just giving you free reign to place these however you want and figure out.
And the players, like I just saw right there. I don't know if that was intentional. So when your teammates go through, it shuts down.
It shuts off. So
if I'm downed and they run through the gate, does the gate deactivate?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different interactions, a lot of different ways that you can interact with the gates with other characters.
They flossed in Shazam.
The ultimate is, we call it an interception pylon. It shoots down bombardments, incoming grenades, stops arc star spam, and it charges your team's shield. And it also, if Watson's cooldown is slower when she's away from the pylon, but when you're near the pylon, it supercharges your tactical.
Yeah, that's a perfect quote there, Ryan.
It's a permanent structure until it's destroyed, and that allows you to build these large fortresses very rapidly. And you can use that for defending, for flank control on offensive squads, for going up on a tower and fencing it off with Pathfinder. And then the passive is that ultimate accelerants give you your ultimate 100% ultimate charge. And so if you save up ultimate accelerant.
Okay, I think if we work together, we can make it through the end of this. There's only like 4 minutes left of this Apex talk.
You save up ultimate charges. You can keep moving with a highly mobile squad.
Just watching, just in case they mention. Oh, by the way.
You feel like the
by the way,
pylon are most effective to whatever comp you're playing.
So what you're telling me?
I don't even know what they could say at this point. Well, I mean, last year EA did announce a few games that looked pretty good. To be completely honest, they did. They had some games like, what was it, Beyond Good and Evil 2 or something? Like they did that at EA, right? Or was that Ubisoft?
The fences, it pings your entire squad. So
like,
there's a situation.
I think that might have been Ubisoft.
Wow.
So if you know, so this is why she grew up in the arena. If you
Oh, by the way, this will be #1 RPG 2019.
there, and you'll know exactly when an enemy crosses.
I'm even thinking about compositions and how
Hey, Stutter and Stick, welcome to the stream, man. No, but I do remember EA had some things that were worth looking forward to last year.
Maybe there's a little synergy.
But they also showed off way more than just 4 games. I wonder, is there going to be a showcase later on where they talk about a few different things?
The big sort of the
And that's all
ceiling
EA Sports.
creative people can get with it, and I'm really excited to see what people do with it.
And from an art perspective here,
Okay, looks like there's maybe a showcase or something towards the
some of
end
the challenges in making sure that these fences
after
really,
the football
when players saw them, they knew
EA
exactly
Sports.
what it was, not to kind of catch them off guard, so to speak, to make it really stand out in the arena.
Yeah, again, silhouettes.
All right, so it looks like
stand out, and it has to look
at
like
about
it lives in
the
world
the
that she's
2-hour mark, they stop talking about
that
Battlefield,
lives on her body as well. She's able to
and then they
pull it out.
start doing sports.
She's able to bring it out.
Look at all this
and,
sports we get to skip
create
later.
Create a fortress basically, and it has to read. So
And we are gonna skip it. I'm sorry, we will skip an hour of content because I cannot be bothered to invest that much time into an EA Sports title.
I'm like, I need a post with electricity that goes between the two,
Yeah.
and they create really cool stuff.
That was Ubisoft.
Kind of vague, hand wavy.
Yeah.
How about Unraveled 2? Was that EA?
Thought out. This legend is going to be incredible. I can't wait to play Watson. You guys excited, Watson? That is nutty. All right, well, again, very much looking forward. Now, today, we've covered a bunch here. We've seen a new weapon. We've gotten a new mode, the latest legend, and the new battle pass for Season 2.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Just announce the game, show us 2 minutes of trailer or gameplay or something, and then move on. I really don't need these half-hour exposés into, I mean, developer interviews are cool and all. Do they need to be part of your overall presentation, or could they just be standalone interviews that you put onto YouTube or something? Yeah, I mean, so am I, Stuttering. I'm trying to get myself up to speed, though.
I'm not going to let you off that easy, Drew. What was that?
What was what?
What was that? You saw the giant thing on the screen in the eyeball. What was that?
All right.
Can't tell me?
Well, let's just say that. Well, no, but let's just say this. We got perhaps a couple of big things coming into Kings Canyon at the start of Season 2.
Okay.
So keep your eyes peeled over the next month. See what you can find out.
So if I were to ask you, after we're done with this, are you going to give me the cold shoulder? Or are you actually going to tell me?
There's no way I can tell you. Sorry.
Oh man, I'm
Sorry.
just holding L's all
Not a
day out
chance.
here, man. This is not fair. Well, Drew, thank you so much, man.
All right.
Apex Legends Season 2. Let's go. July 2nd could not get here soon enough. Now, if you're in Los Angeles, come check out Apex Legends at
All
EA
right,
Play.
so we're just going to skip ahead now, past the 5-minute cooldown. And we'll see what they have to say about Battlefield 5. I don't know. I mean, last time they showed off a shooter, I was really surprised by the fact that it was an RPG.
Hey, welcome to the Battlefield 5
Maybe Battlefield 5 could be the best RPG of 2019.
I'm Julia Hardy, and today we've got a ton of new info on some of the great updates coming to Battlefield 5 in 2019. But don't just take my word for it. My co-host, he reads all of your tweets.
Did she just channel a chalkboard when she said butt?
Battlefield Community Manager Adam Freeman. What have you got for us, Freeman?
Oh, thanks, Julia. Now, I may be a member of the Battlefield team, but as you know, I'm a fan. And I know you guys are a fan too, and you're going to love what we've got to you today.
Not only a member, I'm a client.
We're going to be bringing you content that's coming to you over the next few months. We've heard what you want, so today you're getting your first look at a ton of new multiplayer maps. Features we
multi-player maps.
And the arrival of a new theatre of war that's coming to Battlefield 5 this fall. So, when Chapter 4 Define the Odds drops, it's bringing so much cool stuff. So let's get to it. Over to you, Julia.
Thanks, Adam. That's right. Let's wait no longer and tear the plastic off our first new map, Marita. Let's check it out.
The Battle of Greece continues. On the Marita map, Allied forces are making a last stand to halt the Axis army sweeping through the region.
I'm looking forward to the announcing. And the fighting. Because it was like when, was it Logan Paul who fought KSI? When they start fighting, everybody wins.
The Allies control the town, but Axis troops are already on its fringes.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful game for sure. Are they showing off PC footage here or Xbox footage, I wonder?
And you must fight to hold here or risk losing control of the region. You'll always have tactical choices.
Oh yeah.
With a close proximity to other key locations, so keep an eye out for them.
I'm here with a...
is an infantry-focused map.
I was gonna say an open mind, but I can't say that with a straight face. I'm here to mercilessly mock as I am able, while waiting for RPG news.
Hills and multi-story homes means unique vertical gameplay. Stay alert in this steep environment as the Battle of Greece rages on.
But I mean, honestly, Battlefield seems like
Give us even more details on Marita. Please
seems not so bad, really.
MacArthur from DICE. Yeah. So thanks for coming out, Ryan. So obviously Marita looks amazing.
I mean, at first I thought this was going to be Battlefront, like was that the EA game that got destroyed by loot boxes and stuff?
And so they really wanted to continue that story.
The Star Wars game,
Greece, which is a bit of an
yeah. This looks different.
Well, as you learn about this stuff, so it's really cool. It's sort of set on the Albanian-Greece border, sort of in the mountains there.
Oh yeah, they go full on breaking history, but pretend it's history even though it's not.
And it's sort of set above the clouds in this.
Yeah, like didn't they have like disabled women fighting in World War II in the Battlefield series or something?
Before these guys all show up.
With like multicolored hair.
Different experience than Mercury. It's sort of a totally different style of gameplay that you would have seen in the game before.
So what kind of gameplay are we talking about? What's happening?
Well, so this is going to be a heavily infantry-focused map. So as Mr. Battlefield likes to put it, this is total creative chaos. So you're just going to see some
absolute creative chaos. Yeah.
So what we get there is just head-on, just collisions in the middle of this map.
Fair point.
It's sort of what we try to do with all
you know,
of the maps.
as long as it's fun. I mean, that's really what it is. If you get too bogged down with trying to recreate history, you're probably going to end up with something that's not very much fun.
Create that different experience for them. So this one has, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it, is sort of a banana shape to it, and that banana shape.
Like their fruit?
Oh, the try and claim it actually happened thing. That's.
Obviously, and so the shape gives you sort of a variety of different play styles and sort of creates this sort of narrow channels.
I don't know. I don't particularly care for it when corporations try to rewrite history.
That's what we want, though. That's what we want, that kind of chaos. But most importantly, we need to know, like, we could talk all day, but when can we get our hands on it? That's what we want to know, right?
Yeah, and I think the great thing for this is coming in July as part of Chapter 4, so stay tuned. And I think some people are going to get to play it while they're here today.
Ooh, lucky you. All right, Freeman, who's we've stuck up there for no other reason than, well, my own entertainment, has more on Chapter 4 for you. Over to you, Freeman.
I'm up here PTFOing. I don't know what you're giving out to me, Julia. Listen.
What did he just say?
We have more maps. So let's deliver a brand new one.
I couldn't make out what he said. It sounded like characters and numbers.
The fight moves to the North African desert in a vast new map for Battlefield 5, Al Sundan. Prepare to engage alongside a lush desert coast and contrasting harsh environments. Axis forces have militarized the area with camps, a radar tower, and an airbase. You must fight over possession of these critical points.
PTFOing? Yeah, maybe?
We've taken the vista used in a single-player war story under no flag and doubled down on air and land vehicle combat. With this, the location has been optimized for all-out multiplayer action. On this open map, it's up to you.
Did they just get air with that tank?
With large distances, vehicle-based team play.
Oh, that's not quite a tank, though, is it?
You'll always have plenty of choices.
Just an armored vehicle.
Make good use of this sandbox to secure the win. Utilize vehicles, mounted guns, planes, and transports. Capture the strategic airfield to dominate the sky, or engage in fast-paced infantry battles in tight interior areas. Al Sundan is classic Battlefield. We can't wait to let you play it.
Yeah. That's
yeah.
amazing. So obviously Al Sundan was adapted from Under No Flag, so tell us a little bit
Sounded
about what
enthused.
that process was like.
Yeah, so usually, when the guys, when the team sort of focus on building these war stories, they want to create these nice narrative, linear experiences and sort of that really tell the story of World War II. But with Under No Fly, they sort of took a little bit of a different approach to this and sort of made this big, wide open experience. And that showed a lot of potential from a multiplayer perspective as well. So when we finished the game originally, the team wanted to sort of sit down and sort of a small group of them and take a shot at turning this into what could be an amazing Battlefield map. It's huge. This is a really big map. This is your sort of classic Battlefield sandbox map. This is where you're going to see tanks and planes and infantry and all of that together in sort of what is truly Battlefield. It's sort of built for that open world gameplay.
Yeah, it looks like it's some sort of expansion.
No matter how you want to play, there's something there for you.
Yeah, oh, definitely. And so how do I kind of adjust my strategy? Because obviously it's such a wide map. Like, what am I doing?
Well, I think if you look at it, there's room for all different playstyles. So there's 6 flags on this when you're playing Conquest, and you can see here, even if you can see from the videos here, you've got, when you go into the village, it's all about infantry play and speed and flanking through the things. And the bridge in the middle, it's all about, sort of controlling that with infantry gameplay. And I think Mr. Battlefield the other day decided to just sit there with his tank and destroy me. But
it's just something that he likes to do.
He's kind of mean, but he's not mean. He's super nice. But
no, but most importantly, I mean,
It's a recon and they can't get air.
we're tight for time because there's so much to get through. We've got so many announcements. When can we get our hands on Al Sundan?
But so this is the first map that we're going to come in with Chapter 4. So June 27th, this is going to be available day 1, Chapter 4 for everybody.
Nice, nice. Now, we've got a couple more surprises to come, but before we get into all that, let's take a look at what's coming in August towards the end of Chapter 4.
Get up close and personal. With Chapter 4 defying the odds, new and intense close-quarter maps are coming to Battlefield 5. By popular demand, we're bringing more maps to players craving tighter types of multiplayer, specially tailored for intimate infantry combat. The new Battlefields will challenge your squad.
Some very good-looking environments.
Teamwork, skill, and adaptation are your keys to victory. Fight through an explosives production facility in Lofoten Islands and unseat the Axis occupation in Provence. Prepare to assemble your team and rise above your enemies. And prepare to learn more about these new battlefields later in the year.
Now, to help us break down these new maps, Ryan and I are joined by Mr. Battlefield himself, Lars Gustafsson. I don't know if you made that up yourself, though. Oh, and because he asked nicely, we also let Freeman come down from his weird place up there.
You're worse than my Firestorm teammates. You just leave me behind everywhere.
But we can all understand why that happens.
Yeah,
do you want to take over this one for
sure,
the start?
don't mind if I do.
Yeah, go for it.
Lars, these are very different then to the two maps we've already shown so far today. Tell us about them.
They are. I mean, taking a step back, we've been closely monitoring how players engage in Tides of War, and no surprise, I mean, they love the bigger modes like Conquest. It's always been kind of a Battlefield pillar. But it's been super fun to watch how they engage with passion and dedication in the smaller modes, like Squad Conquest, for example, which really become a success. And with that in mind, then, we've, together with the DICE LA studio, they've been going at it, tailoring maps that are specially made for smaller modes.
That's the thing, is that usually in most game design there's at least some sort of redeeming factor, even if you don't care for the gameplay itself. That's really pretty.
Yeah, we need that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Intimate infantry.
We're making that platoon when we get back.
I mean, what kind of the sort of like key strategies then when you're playing close quarters on this map?
As we see with these smaller game modes, I mean, the key to this is just really good team play, really good squad play. And so, sticking together and not leaving anybody behind, like Mr. Freeman over here. Unless he's
But I mean,
not
what if you
being-
want to leave him behind? Can you?
Then it's acceptable. I think.
Because I would.
It's two beautiful maps.
It'd just be a spinning number plate.
It would be, yeah.
As you saw, Lofoten, it's serenity, beautiful Nordic countryside, but then kind of ripped open with gunfire and everything amongst villas and factory equipment. And then Provence, I plan to take my wife there, pastilles.
Who's got this? Who's
Places you want to take your family. It's
Okay,
weird.
I'll take Ryan.
who just took that picture there? Who did that?
Lots of good flanking routes, and
That doesn't look scripted.
really allows you to master every inch of it.
Someone
It's
just
really about
photobombed the live feed.
I mean, again, we could go on and on talking about all of these maps, but we've got one more map to show off, and I want to make sure we have time to get through it. But first, Lars, you've brought with him some news about some kind of core gameplay updates we know that you've all been waiting for, so you're excited about this one.
Lars, you know how much time I'm spending online. Like,
I mean,
I am working.
Just Battlefield, or let's not delve.
Big community features we've announced this month. Increase the max rank.
Could she let people talk?
Let's talk max rank. What can you tell us?
Let's talk max rank. We do know, and it's been loudly made to us.
Shops, mountains, forest.
That,
yeah,
players out there
it's an RPG, man.
Skilled who maxed out on rank 50 too quickly. So we've taken that to heart, and we've now taken the max rank from 50 to 500. So it's quite a leap.
Yeah.
And it's
Battlefield 500 now.
So truly a journey for our players to go on, moving forward.
And it's a grind train, but what are people getting if they're on it?
Yeah, what are we getting?
We're all in it, you know, we want the goodies. So to start with, already from rank 51, you will be granted company coins for every rank up. But then at every, do we call them milestone ranks, you know, every 50th rank, you will get one shiny new rank icon to show off your skills, and also a beautiful set of dog tags. So lots of ways of showing off your mastery on your journey towards, you know, that the world domination. That's all.
It's already happening.
August is the time.
Brilliant.
So it's almost here.
Almost here.
So world domination for Lars by August.
Yeah, sorry, I wondered if we were talking about world domination or when that was happening, but oh, all right.
Private game. The other massive thing that we know players want.
You play the role of a soldier in the
Another
game.
one that's our lovely community have been vocal about. And previously, for those of you who've been with Battlefield, it was called RSP, the Rented Server Program. But now we're shifting over to private games. And what it means, the beautiful thing with it is the baseline.
Interesting out of the shadows. I'll see if I can hear that, if I can listen in on that.
So a beautiful package. It's
Or
there to
see if I can
set up your
listen for
servers
that happening.
and kind of create your experiences, whether you want to capture or, you know, play with your friends. And Freeman, you can play with us, for sure.
Thanks.
You can sit with them. And obviously, you know, you love getting all that community feedback, so hit him up, Mr. Battlefield at AOL.com, and let him know.
Well, just saying, yeah.
That is the thing, though. Like, we're not finished when we're done, right?
No, exactly. It's coming in, let's see.
September.
The one acceptable use of the phrase RPG game.
I mean, we want you to dive on it, set up your servers, play it, and give us feedback. Since this is kind of just the beginning of the journey with the private games, we want to hear what did we do right and where should we shape up and take it an extra notch. So be with us and be candid.
Okay, well, Lars, don't tell Ryan, but you know you're my favorite for this. Thank you very much for it.
Do I still get to
We got more though,
She
Julia.
keeps interrupting.
Well,
Did you hear that she like
fighty up here in a minute. Well, as promised, we've got
she
one more
restated her
map to show
AOL
you. It's
joke?
called Operation Underground. Lars, Ryan, talk us through what we're about to see. Yes, let's.
Guess they didn't laugh hard enough the
This
first
is
time she said it.
The definition of a passion project. So Inge Göran, the original designer for Operation Metro, when we finished Battlefield 5 and shipped it, he wanted to do something that he just was truly invested in. So we kind of went down and he sat down and he came back with what was Operation Underground. And when he showed it to the team, we knew we just had to make this. And I think Lars is sort of being part of that journey in the beginning. I mean, you know how much this meant to the team.
Yeah, I mean, I was there when we started to build the maps for Battlefield 3. And early on, it was kind of a brainstorm. I still remember it was tons of images on the wall. We challenged the team to, you know, where do you want to fight? Everything from subway to shopping mall to God knows everywhere.
Yeah.
And then the team started, or someone smart, not me, apparently, said, do I only get to pick one?
Yeah.
So they started to pick a number of them.
I think that's Red Bull.
Chose 3 of them, which was the park, the subway, and kind of the bank area in the city.
I think she's got too much confidence for Red Bull.
One meal. You want 3 lots of meals all in
More
one
is
meal.
always better, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So you can see, when you see kind of it spinning behind us here, you can see the true inspiration, but what Inge Göran and the talented crew with him has done is to kind of take at heart the feedback from the original Metro and started to provide especially a lot
Definitely not Red Bull. Just trying to keep it
so that
PG.
you can kind of move around.
Glad we're on the same wavelength.
Tons of easy to spot ones, but also
Everyone
the
loves
most
the
sneaky
sneaky
ones.
flank.
Yeah,
Everyone
no,
loves
it-
the
it-
sneaky
it-
flank.
You know,
She
this
just
is-
had to powder her nose
I mean,
before
I think
the
as you look at it, like
before the
this
stream, I
is
guess.
not Metro remastered. This is, as the guys look at it, sort of reimagined. And I think you've got a bunch of different diverse areas. You've got big open courtyards, at street level and narrow streets, and you go down into where you see in the video here where the subway cars are and into the sub basements, and you're going to find a whole bunch of different things and different ways to play and different styles. And I know the guys have a few surprises in there as well. That,
Keep it
that I think
RPG.
So when do we get it?
That's the big question for today. It's just when,
When?
and when.
I feel like that's gonna be. Oh man, I feel like that's got to be like the beginning of a parody of Born This Way.
I have a cracking time playing it in playtest. I'm so looking forward for everyone else getting to play it too, and everything else that's on these new maps.
Oh yeah,
Amazing
but those aren't the only surprises. This is the problem. We've got too much to get through. Just like stop talking. We've got so many surprises for you. So today we're giving you never before seen details on Battlefield 5's Chapter 5.
Here's a little look at what the team's been working on.
He was speaking Japanese, I think. So, JRPG.
A timeless theater of war. A new vision.
Sounds like an RPG battle theme.
The team at DICE are hard at work creating an iconic World War II experience, releasing this fall with Chapter 5.
Oh, I think I saw this part of it in Final Fantasy X.
Japan enter the fight. You'll clash across several battlefields.
This island.
Modern take on an absolute classic, Iwo Jima. Since Battlefield began, the Pacific Theater has been part of its DNA. Now, we're crafting the ultimate reimagining of the conflict. By capturing real-life environments and using the power of Frostbite, we're bringing you the Pacific realized with today's capabilities and technology. Take part in the US invasions as their unstoppable forces charge inland towards unwavering Japanese defenses. Use new amphibious units to pummel the war-ridden shores, and an expanded arsenal to bring your squad to victory. We have a lot more to share about the Pacific and how it will evolve Battlefield 5 later in the year. Stay tuned.
Okay, most importantly, you went on like a bunch of like research trips. Like, let's find out more about that. Oh, let's set the net one in Tahiti. Yeah. No, sorry.
It's hard work. I know it's amazing how many people are willing to make that extra effort to go to Hawaii in January in Stockholm. So it's quite impressive. We really appreciate the team putting in that work.
Oh yeah, taking one for the
But
team,
obviously,
definitely.
I mean, this is the big new addition to Battlefield 5. So going back, new theater of war in the Pacific. I mean, this is a homecoming for Lars. I mean, not Iwo Jima itself, but the development of it.
I remember my childhood.
Where'd the beard come from?
Yeah, I kind of noticed that too out of the shadows. That seemed a little backhanded. The research.
Battlefield, all through the journey, it's really where it all started. Battlefield
I mean,
1942.
it actually is.
You know, the Pacific Theater, and
Thanks for
already when we
belittling
started to
developers.
talk
That's
about
cool.
this game, the journey through the Second World War, everyone came up and kind of, when do we go to the Pacific? So this is the time. It feels like a homecoming. 1942, Battlefield 1943. We've been there before, but this is.
I mean, not everybody can just hair flip on TV and get paid lady.
We have these discussions. You've got.
I only know like Wood from beat 'em ups
Japanese army?
that can do that.
And get to sit here in LA today and tell everybody that it's coming. Chapter 5, you're going to get those things. You're going to see some familiar places like Iwo Jima. We've got 2 other maps coming with that, so 3 maps coming with the initial package of the Pacific in Chapter 5. Some ones I think people are going to be really happy with what they're going to see. And I just say in some.
I mean, for anybody to like be using air quotes when talking about working.
Things as well.
My Garand, it's coming, right? Yes.
We're living for the ping, so
Seems like a glass house sort of
Kojima
situation.
without kind of the
all I'm
weaponry
saying.
and the hardware. So bringing tons of iconic weapons, gadgets, and also, after all, it's Battlefield. So of course there will be a new set of vehicles, and we want to take that extra.
Oh, I wonder if we can make out what's on our cue cards here if we zoom in.
Fulfilling that sandbox of land, air, and sea, and the team has focused hard on capturing kind of that invasion experience. I mean, it was very much about island hopping during the wars. So capturing the invasion experience and the amphibious warfare. So there's tons of new stuff and new gameplay to look forward to.
And beautiful locations that you ultimately destroy beyond recognition.
Well, Lars and Ryan, thank you both very much for joining us.
So if you've lost track of all of these brand new Battlefield announcements, I don't blame you, because honestly, there was quite a lot. So do you want to give us a little bit of a recap there, Freeman? I'll leave that on your capable shoulders.
Okay, I'm back up the balcony if I...
Yeah, go on, get up there.
Right, okay. Okay, we've got a load more multiplayer maps then coming in 2019. That starts with Al Sundan on June 27th, followed by Marita in July. We're bringing a brand new theatre of war to Battlefield 5, the Pacific. That's releasing this fall. We're also bringing...
So how soon do they start shouting at each other?
Max rank from 50 to 500 and private games. Also, one final announcement. Starting today, you can play Battlefield 5 in the EA and Origin Access Vault, and through EA Access on PlayStation
I'm guessing
4 when it launches next month.
it already happened, or I missed it or something.
Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. I guess you can probably stay down here with on the adults table, but whatever.
Cheers, everyone. Thanks. That's the Battlefield Show.
Yeah, I'm Julia Hardy.
And I'm Freeman.
And if you're in the Los Angeles area, be sure to come and visit us in person at EA Play. Goodbye.
So basically, her role as an announcer was to just like belittle the co-presenter. You notice that? She was just like every other thing she was saying, she was like digging into people. I understand that it's attempting to be like playful banter, but I don't know. Seemed like in the end, she just seemed nasty. I don't know. She gave roasts but no shouts. All right, here let's skip past the
have helped to put together
EA Sports
a little video
stuff.
to get us the scoop on the.
Hey, Clint, raise it. You know, you're as his
Here, we'll skip back to
394. And if they think that we have a Ryan Scott next year, a Madden rating.
I'm talking about The Sims. But before we talk Simlish, the Apex Legends Watson reveal earlier has inspired me to come up with some legend ideas of my own. So I'm now joined by Apex Legend game designer Griffin Dean has agreed to hear my feedback. Griffin, what makes a great legend?
So in a lot of ways, it has to do with the way that they interact in the ecosystem of characters and a lot of sort of creating interesting interactions.
when she came back during EA Sports and shot at someone.
Sort of the way that the legends work together as a unit rather
Sure.
than them individually.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't really base my picks or my descriptions on that, but I can work on the fly.
All right,
Let
yeah.
me first off tell you about the Grabbler.
The Grabbler?
Right, the Grabbler. He
I
likes
like-
to take things.
He-
Or
okay.
He takes things.
Okay.
So he could be taking people's ammunition.
Okay.
He could take that. You put your pings up. He could take away pings.
Okay.
Is he a kidnapper? You might ask. He's not above it. He doesn't define himself as a kidnapper, but he's not above it.
So I like the name. It seems like you could do a thing where like teammates' items just appear in his inventory as his passive, and he's like, I don't know where these came from. Like, it just kind of it writes itself. I mean,
It does.
really,
It does
just-
right there,
yeah,
right? I was thinking about with this taller Gibraltar.
Taller Gibraltar. Okay.
Gibraltar.
But
2 inches tall.
2 inches
Just,
tall.
It's enough that you notice, but not enough where you're like freaked out.
I don't know if the level can support that hip hop.
I thought you called yourself a video game developer.
All
right. You're Respawn.
This is.
Okay, this is sort of entertaining.
He's my wiener dog.
All right, take care,
The
Veniasaurus.
internet, no one ever has a problem with Portillo.
Okay, that's thematically I could see that working.
And then what about Dwayne the Rock Johnson, huh? I mean, we don't. No explanation needed.
Yeah, no, that's you just. I feel like there'd be a lot of wrestling involved.
Well, I mean, he's very versatile.
That's true.
Now.
That's true.
I don't think you understand The Rock anymore. Go over there.
Okay.
Get to work on these ideas. All right. Vince said I had just a blank check. All right.
All right.
Go do your thing. I'll
Will
tell
do.
you. Hey, if it isn't Golden Boy himself, how you doing? You killing it? I haven't gotten to see you today.
I know a little bit about Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
He just yelled at an announcer, but like in a friendly way.
Just throwing it out there. All those ideas, by the way, were freaking awful. Just want to throw it out there.
I thought it was
Portillo. Except for Portillo. Portillo's a winner.
Portillo's the only thing that gets me over.
Yeah. No, everything else is you're getting buried, but Portillo always over.
Alex, what was it like talking to Trevor Noah?
Hey, Trevor Noah is awesome. Did not expect him to be as hardcore of a FIFA fan as he was. He I said on Twitter.
He talked to Trevor Noah from like the Daily Show about FIFA.
I like going toe to toe with a fellow wordsmith on the stage. You know.
All right, fine. Ladies and gentlemen, what did you think of Trevor Noah? Let us know in the chat. I'm sure someone's looking at it. But right now, we are not done yet. Everybody get excited because we're finishing EA Play Strong with an in-depth look at what's new for The Sims 4, including the world-exclusive reveal of a brand new pack.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, I concur. Argument when somebody isn't like, and it has to be tit for tat, right? You can't just be tat, 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 tat. No, he didn't kill The Daily Show. The Daily Show just died, and they stuck him in the corpse of it. Like, The Daily Show was... I mean, like, John Oliver probably could have done it, but then he went and worked for HBO. So at least we have that to look forward to. Hey, Tsurayu, how you doing, dude?
Oh, you guys are great. Welcome, Simmers, to EA Play. Yeah, do it. I'm very excited to talk about
Oh, is she gonna yell at people now?
game series, The Sims. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm Julie Hardy, and today we're giving you a guided tour of what's new with The Sims 4, plus a couple of fun surprises, so stay tuned. Now, to help me translate all of this Simlish, everybody join me in welcoming General Manager Lindsay Pearson and Senior Producer Michael Duke.
Please tell me she yells at people.
Thanks so much for coming out, guys. So I'm super excited. I know you...
Are they still milking The Sims 4?
Absolutely.
Didn't that come out like 10 years ago?
And this is one of my favorite things to do, is come out and see all of you and tell you exciting things.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's going to be a big year for us. It's actually, we're celebrating 20 years of making The Sims this year.
Yeah.
And Lindsay and I keep debating it, but I think this is going to be the best year yet.
I think it might be.
Well, I mean, really what we want to know is, what have you got for us? Come on, tell us everything.
Of course. Well, it is EA Play. We couldn't come empty-handed, so we'll start with our big
Hey,
one.
Diablo Slayer 01, welcome to the stream, man.
So we have the next expansion pack for The Sims 4.
They usually do a Sims game for 10 plus years.
Let's check out that trailer. Yeah.
Well, if you're conflicted, Tsurayu, just hang out here with us and we'll mercilessly mock everything that's not an RPG. Yeah, I think really what they just need to do is make a Sims murder pack and just give the people what they want. Just make it a murder sim. The Sims Moana Edition. The Saws. I would actually really like to see someone cut a trailer of The Sims that just like makes it into a horror game.
I was just waiting for that one.
That'd be pretty hilarious.
Oh, that was so cool. And look, we're in our own little island paradise. Can I just say, I didn't know
Have you seen the Tales of Arise leak? Yes, I've heard of it. I haven't really dug into it.
There's a lot of island fashion there. One of the biggest things people absolutely love. What can we be? What can we be dressing up as? What can we look like?
Absolutely.
The Flargan challenge.
Island spirit,
Have 3 kids all named Flargan, raise them differently, then kill them. The 2 you like the least.
Certainly those bright colors like you're showing off there. But, you know, we really wanted to add a lot of island wear, and that stuff you can stay cool in when it's so hot.
It's true.
Yeah. And we had to bring in a lot of new fun colors and patterns, but also hairs, accessories, everything to deck out head to toe to just chill and relax on this beautiful island.
I mean, look, that's some amazing fashion right there. But what if, you know, I'm getting a little bit hot. I'm not someone who likes to dwell on a beach too much. Yeah, what if I want to go in the water? What's going to be happening there?
So we're very excited.
Sharks.
So for the first time in The Sims 4, our Sims are going to be able to
For
walk
you, it's
right
nothing
into
but
the open
sharks.
water, and we're opening up
Yes.
open water gameplay.
Just been teasing the water.
Yeah,
at
well,
this point. It's them.
I mean, like you saw in the trailer, she walks right in. Our Sims are going to be able to do that, and you can snorkel in the water. There's swimming, floating, and there's also those pretty awesome aqua zips.
Yeah.
If you're in a hurry to get where you're going.
So, what inspired you guys to introduce this kind of ocean gameplay this time?
Yeah, well,
Moana.
we've taken The Sims to a lot of different worlds and a lot of different places, but we hadn't yet really played with the idea of...
See, the other year, Disney released this movie called Moana, and it reminded us that, like, the ocean, like, exists.
Islands, I'm thinking of, like palm trees, ocean waves, relaxing on the beach. So, like, tell me more about this world. What can I actually do in it?
Yeah, so
The Sims Jurassic Park edition. That'd be pretty great. Jurassic Park Tycoon.
Perfect place to unplug and enjoy this natural feel. So you can explore all these little alcoves. You can live closer to the coast, or you can live higher up towards the hills, or...
What's wrong?
Yeah.
So, no, wait. There's an active volcano here.
Absolutely.
Sorry,
Yeah.
you were selling me the dream of living on an island.
Well-
Now I'm not sure I really want to go there.
So-
it is a real island.
Most islands are formed by volcanoes.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
so
don't
you
get
know.
nitpicky.
Yeah, so we had to put this active volcano in there. Now, you don't have to live next to it, but
Right.
the riskier Sims may choose to live nearby.
Oh, yeah, and then,
sometimes
Kel
it gets
surprise.
angry.
Something
You got to watch out
terrible
for those
happens.
lava bombs.
Don't
do
what?
it. Like,
Don't.
The Sims. They
I mean-
I don't know how that was going
I
to
mean,
go,
what do
but
you
probably
expect's
not
going to
well.
happen when you touch something
Yeah.
really, really hot?
So,
Probably
yeah.
burns.
Beautiful locale, slightly dangerous.
I mean, what other surprises are in store on this island? I mean, I, for one, want to know if I can befriend any kind of cute animals there. What kind of animals can we befriend?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be The Sims if we didn't let you make friends with some of the animals.
Exactly.
So in this case, the one we're really excited about is the dolphin.
Yes, yes.
So our art team and animators just blew away
Yay, dolphin.
expectation on this.
Any
The dolphin's
research
so much
trips
fun.
like the Battlefield team, just going off to somewhere hot? Like,
No,
oh,
we're going to
need
talk
go
to
an
them about
island.
how they got to do that.
Yeah, clearly we missed the angle on that one.
But they're so cute, and you get to make like a really nice friend with them, and maybe they'll do tricks for you or squirt water in your face. You know?
Absolutely. Well, and then we added a bunch of tropical fish to the water too.
Yes.
So we really wanted to get those coral reefs around the island to feel lush and full, and so that meant more fish.
Lovely. I mean, I don't know. We don't have fish like that in the UK. I mean, we might do, but the water's so murky, I've never seen them. So
I'm sure they're down there.
I mean,
They're
they must
probably
be. What do you put with the chips?
Right. I'm sure they're
What comes
beautiful.
from
So at least
rainbow
they
fish?
taste delicious. You have that going for it.
I mean, I think the island looks so relaxing. But obviously, it's not really about.
Did she make a joke about eating dolphins?
Kind of working there as well, but like, what's kind of like the feel and the vibe of the island going to be like?
You know, I think it's one of those things we talk a lot about in the team is capturing what it would be like to really live on that island. It's not just a place you vacation, but we wanted this to be a place that's home for your Sims.
Or,
Yeah,
you know,
so-
tricks to be played on you.
Well, that happens too.
Well,
Yeah.
and so there's lots to do on the beach. You saw sun tanning, sun burning,
Like
building
today.
castles. The whole family can go out and play together, find seashells, or the mischievous Sims, you know, knock things down.
Well, and aqua zips. I want to
I
say it
just
again.
forgot
No, but they're so good.
What are they called again?
Aqua zips.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
They're not jet skis,
There's a lot to look at, so you've got to take time to really
because jet skis are copyrighted.
So obviously we've established
They're
that
aqua
this island's
zips.
Like a great place for Sims to kind of kick back, and you know what? But what if my Sims, you know, they don't want to like? I can't personally lie on a beach for longer than about 30 minutes and get really bored. What if they want to get their hands dirty?
Well, I'm very excited about a new thing that we're introducing. If your Sims want a new career to take care of this island, you can actually become a conservationist. And your job is going to be to keep this ecosystem looking beautiful.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it was certainly one of the big goals was
Yeah, let's take
a way
pictures of
for
that.
your Sims to kind of
Of
care
that
for their
litter.
world and make it a better place.
Yeah, and obviously, you know, very relevant with everything that's going on today in the world and how everyone's kind of a lot more kind of aware. So was that kind of what
Oh
inspired?
yeah, they're including the trash tag challenge
You know, I think there's a few things that really hit us. I mean, the first was just
in The
something
Sims.
we all care about. A lot of us on the dev team worry about the environment and what's going on, but we talked about the idea that this island's this closed ecosystem, and so your actions and choices are going to have a lot more impact. And so something new we've added here, and we're really excited about, is the island actually changes over time. So if you're taking care of it,
Oh right, okay.
it'll actually become more lush. You'll see more greenery, brighter, beautiful flowers, and there's Lindsay's favorite part.
More butterflies.
That's all she really cares about. is
But it
butterflies.
also, today happens to be World Oceans Day, which is amazing. That's
That's right.
exactly what we were talking about.
totally
like, how do we
planned
take
for that.
care of these ecosystems?
So obviously, Solani's really, really beautiful. You know, you can kind of go out there, but like, sometimes you want to make a little bit of cash. I mean, you know, like barbecue meat, I presume, is expensive. I don't know, but so how can we make some extra simoleons while we're there?
Like we said, we wanted to make this a place you live, which means you've got to have a way to earn some simoleons.
Yeah,
and
the gap year has to end sometime.
Eventually.
You have to go home and earn some money as much as we
So
have.
we added a couple like odd jobs and things that you could kind of work on the hours you wanted to, right? And so we've added
Is The Sims an RPG?
career and then also the lifeguard. So
I guess you gain levels, you can work out and
Spend
increase
more
your
time in the
strength
water, you can be a
and
dive
stuff.
instructor. There's a lot of different ways to just pick up a job when you want and earn a little bit of money.
Yeah.
So I suppose one of the important things as well is, as it's not a vacation, as you are actually kind of living on this island, obviously, you know, you have to kind of be aware and know what's kind of part of local culture, because you're not just there on holiday and you go in and go out, you're living there. So what kind of, you know, the side of the culture of the island can we actually see within?
Right, yeah, this is a place that you live, and the locals are super friendly, actually, and are going to come and help you out with all sorts of different things as you explore the island.
Yeah, you were talking about this the other day, like, actually, like, all the neighbors are really, really helpful and help.
Really progressive games, RPG.
Fire happens to break out, your neighbor might bust in and help you put out that
Yeah,
fire.
that's lovely. That's what
They're
good
so
neighbors
nice.
should do.
So, but they also
When am I going to realize I live in an RPG?
activities that you might be able to join in. So you might stumble across a barbecue that they've started in town, or a little festival to sort of celebrate things going on. And
What if this is an RPG and I've just been playing mini games this entire time?
So a kava is a special island drink that your sim can learn how to make and share with their friends on the island. It's one of the many delicacies you'll learn kind of exploring life in Sulani.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things we talked about was we wanted to have this island have a little history to it, just some sense of feeling of some people have lived here a long time, and there are traditions that are unique to this place, the world of Sulani.
So how can we kind of learn more about the island's history?
It's been my turn for 2 years.
Aside from, you know, drinking kava.
Well, I mean, that might be one experience you should try, but on top of that, something else the team was really excited about adding is there are these elementals around the island that are kind of these spirits, these ancients who care a lot about Sulani, and you know they want to see their world taken care of. And when you do good things, they might be really happy and pleased. And
If my life is a game, I'm pretty sure the Metacritic score is really low.
appreciate it. Yeah.
It's like a sting in the tail.
Yeah. Well, and we added some new
Oh,
traits,
summons! RPG confirmed.
really if your Sims are super in touch with the land or that's important to you, you know, they can really get in touch with the water or the land and unlock some new behaviors.
Yeah. Okay. So from like what we've kind of seen,
So,
in the videos,
let's
it feels
see.
really inspired by like Polynesian culture.
Saturday,
so how do you kind of
June
go about
18th,
kind of
Nintendo
educating yourself to,
Innovation
like, bring that into the game?
in
Well,
invitational
every time we make
tournaments.
a world, we want to learn a lot about the influences that could go into that place. Because it's not a
Sunday.
particular real place, but it's inspired by real places. So short of
Microsoft
flying
press
there and
conferences
researching ourselves,
tomorrow.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well,
Around
EA is a
noonish.
global company, so we were able to reach out to
After
a
that
lot
is
of our
Bethesda.
friends and coworkers across the company and say, hey, we're looking at exploring a place inspired by this culture.
Yeah.
And could you share with us some patterns or
Sunday
iconography or symbols
evening
or
is a
even
developer
items that
press
mean
conference?
something
What the heck
to this
is
culture,
that?
so we can try and create them in a way that feels rich and feels authentic.
Well, questions just like, what was iconic to you, or what do you
Right.
remember when you think
Sorry,
back?
if you were wondering what I'm looking at, I'm looking
And
at
some of our
this.
specific like decor items came exactly from those recommendations, which is really cool. It's these nice touches that I
So-
hope make it feel familiar while still feeling like
Looks like that's what's going on tomorrow.
Not to make light of all that, because I think that's fantastic, but I really feel like I've been quite patient up until this point, and
6
you
p.m.
haven't really
Pacific.
mentioned it yet.
Oh, actually, I might be home in time to stream
Let's cut to the chase. Mermaids. Mermaids tell
in
us
order
everything.
to stream the Square Enix conference. That could be good. Okay, maybe we'll do that live.
Lots of players are going to be wondering. It is a very fully featured call. You can
Yep.
take them into cast. You can create and style your mermaid. Lots of different tails. It's a lot of fun. But also, you know, the mermaids, they can do a little bit more. Obviously, they're very in touch with the ocean life. So, you know, I'd recommend your mermaid meet a dolphin. That
Yes.
might work out for
You're
you.
off for the next 4 days?
Lastly,
That's
mermaids
nice,
have
Gavin.
Some pretty cool
I'm not.
powers that you might want to
Mer
discover.
powers? Can we call
Yeah,
them that?
we could say mer powers.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell us what they
So
are?
there's still a
now.
bit of mystery to the
He's
mermaids.
like, don't
but
ask me that on
They
stage.
are definitely worth exploring. So I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on them.
So, of course, I would just love to keep talking about mermaids, but no conversation about The Sims would be complete without a chat about, obviously, interior design. So, kind of what's new for the architects out there.
Yep.
New homes, new furniture. We saw some, I'm pretty sure we saw some houses on stilts as well over the water, right?
Yeah, so I think, you know, first and foremost, lounge chairs. We're going to go to Island. We're going to live the beach life.
I don't want to sit upright.
You'll cover it for me?
No,
All right, thanks, Gavin.
We had to bring the lounge chairs in, but then also a lot of that decor to really capture that Polynesian feel, right? And so we wanted to make sure there was that clutter that felt authentic and let it feel like this was home.
Yeah, and you can go for this more sort of local style cabana on the beach, or you can go for something a little more high end and modern. We really wanted you to feel like you could create the getaway.
More high end than a cabana on a beach.
And yeah, I'm so 100% sold on the houses over the water. I'm much more of a kind of modern sort of house.
Yeah, for sure. And you might have noticed too, she was able to jump right off of that deck out into the water, which is
the
great.
best.
Like your perfect little escape.
Oh, yes, it's all good. I'm feeling the diving into the water vibe.
I
right
know,
now, let me tell you.
it's toasty.
I can't wait to check out, obviously, the new Island Living expansion pack. And now that I've got a feeling out that some of you, that you've got some more exciting additional information as well for us. So it's not just that. Have you got a bit more news to share?
We do have some more news. In fact, we're going to kick to somebody else for this announcement.
Okay.
So here's Joey Graceffa.
Ooh.
Hello there, everyone. I'm Joey Graceffa.
Who's this?
Didn't know, I absolutely love The Sims, and I'm so excited to announce this upcoming partnership with one of my favorite games. So this summer, The Sims is actually partnering with the amazing It Gets Better project. As part of this partnership with It Gets Better, Sims is going to be releasing Pride items in all The Sims products in the next few months. There's going
He
to
must
be
be
a
a Sims streamer or something.
Pride clothing in Sims Free Play, the Sims mobile app, and Sims 4. There's even a gender-neutral bathroom in Sims 4, along with a bunch of other items to show off your pride. Thanks so much for letting me share this news.
That's just called a bathroom.
Go out and enjoy your EA Play.
Just throwing that out there.
That's so cool to see. That's really, really cool to see. And thanks so much to Joey for sharing for that. I mean, what a
Oh,
great
I see.
partnership as well to be announcing, of course.
So that's
'cause
part
it's,
of the
it's,
LGBT
Pride
Month
in Los Angeles.
thing that they wanted to
how are you
include.
guys
Okay.
going about kind of supporting that great cause?
Well, The Sims has always been a game about being inclusive and the self-expression of creating yourself and people you know and telling your own story. So this is a wonderful opportunity to bring new content in the game to celebrate that.
Definitely. And I think also, people don't realize how important it is sometimes, when you're kind of growing up and you're figuring out who you are, you're discovering what kind of person you are and discovering, about your sexuality, and being able to kind of sort of role play within games is a really, really safe place to do that. So, you guys have been doing it pretty much from the
Role
start
play?
way before everyone else. So it's really great. I mean, isn't that great to see? So
The Sims confirmed. RPG.
Well, it's something we're very proud of, and having been with the game a long time, it's something that keeps making me excited about being able to do more.
Yeah, I love when we get to do stuff like that. It makes what we do feel so much more powerful and meaningful. And, I always beam getting to tell people that I work on this game and that we do such amazing stuff. And also when we get to hear from our community about the experiences they've had or how the game helped them get through a tough time in their life or realize something about themselves. It's just, that stuff really...
Me neither, Rim. Well, the thing is, there's like a million of
how
them.
much it can really kind of affect and change you as a person. And
Or
show you
us.
It's amazing. So when can we get our hands on it?
So Joey mentioned briefly, but starting June 18th, the Pride content will come to The Sims 4, and then it will start rolling out over The Sims Mobile and The Sims Free Play a little bit later.
That's right.
So keep an eye out for that.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's great, but I think you've actually got, this is such a ridiculous, and it's back to back, right? What else? You've got something else that you want to announce in the summer. What's going on?
We actually had, I think, 2 more things we wanted to talk
Two
about.
more things. Two more things.
I'm gonna let Lindsay talk about this now.
All right, so first of all, earlier this year, we announced our partnership with Moschino by releasing a real-world capsule collection of looks inspired by The Sims. I see some of them, and I'm very excited. And we had a hoodie that was actually put into all of our Sims games. So later this summer, we're going to be bringing that fashion and more to the Sims 4 Moschino Stuff Pack.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So not only...
Oh, the rainbow was because of LGBT month. They were introducing some
somewhere else that
progressive
might really show off the outfit
stuff into
that
The
we've got.
Sims, I
Well,
guess.
so I think one of the things that I'm most excited about in this stuff pack is for the first
mean,
time, we're actually going to add a
I don't mind that they include that stuff.
Okay.
I mean,
So
it's
we've
totally
decided
fine.
the
I,
perfect career for this pack
Okay.
is
it does seem like pandering, though.
freelance fashion photographer, so you can capture all those amazing looks
Yeah,
your
okay.
Sims can now rock.
That's so me.
Yes.
Yes.
It's going to be fun.
That's
Looks
gonna be
really good.
amazing.
I'm excited.
Wow, well, we've covered so much so far. A new expansion, a new partnership, a new stuff pack, but we're not
Yeah,
done yet,
I
folks.
agree, Out of the Shadows,
Michael and Lindsay,
but I'm also just kind of
more big surprise for all of you guys.
Well,
What's the word?
Yes, I know you're all hoping.
Pessimistic
so we thought maybe
sometimes?
we could tell you which game pack we had in mind.
Ooh, I don't know. I think maybe we could conjure up something.
All right, Mike, I'll let you spell it out for them.
The next game pack for The Sims 4 is Realm of Magic.
That's amazing. I mean, when are we going to be getting more info on this? I mean, aside from the fact that you just told us just now, and like you only just told us, when are we getting more info on this?
Yes, so we will tell you more about the game pack later this year, so you'll have to wait a little more.
But it is coming this fall.
It is coming this fall.
Yes. Wow. I can't wait. These guys clearly can't wait. So,
We've
Lindsay
had
and
a
Mike.
couple community members asking for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah?
It's
We're
a
very
popular
excited. Who
request.
doesn't love a little bit of magic?
Yes, it's true.
So big thank you to Lindsay and Mike.
I mean, it just seemed really weird how they had somebody come on and introduce
Quickly recap this because there's a few things.
gender-neutral bathrooms when The Sims have always had gender-neutral bathrooms in homes. Like, it's just...
And you can play it at home soon.
It's...
The It Gets Better Pride
I don't
content
understand.
starts rolling out, and in a
It's-
few weeks, and the Moschino
Whatever.
stuff pack
It's
comes
cool.
out later this summer. So don't forget to check out all the Sims social channels for even more info and launch dates. For the Sims, it's been an exciting day here with so much news. I can't wait to join the fan fest
All
and
right,
get
I
my
think...
hands on
Is this the end?
expansion pack. So from all of us here, goodbye. We'll see you later.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying, Hydra. Okay. Well, that was the EA press conference. And holy crap, am I glad that we skipped over so much of it. So yeah, tomorrow. Here, let's throw this in here and we can come up with a plan here for tomorrow. All right, so tomorrow, Sunday, June 9th at 1 p.m. Pacific time, Microsoft press conference. I don't know if I'm going to be live for that. At 5:30 p.m., I might try to make it for the Bethesda press conference, and then after that, maybe we could go over the cached version of the Microsoft conference, and then I'm not sure what this developer press conference is. No idea. But yeah, that Bethesda conference, so that's tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, so that's like 7:30 my time, I think. Is that right, or am I thinking of it opposite? It's earlier here than it is. Wait. God, I can never remember this stuff. Whatever. I'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like 7:30 Central, which is my time. And then we'll live stream that and watch that. But for now, thanks for joining me, guys, for this interesting catch up. We didn't see a whole lot of RPGs. In that case, I give it a 2 out of 10. Let's see. We also saw Stadia. Stadia was like a... I did see Final Fantasy 15 on Stadia, so we'll say I'll give that one like a 4 out of 10. Oh yeah, and it also had Baldur's Gate 3. That trailer looked pretty cool, even though it's just a trailer and not gameplay, so 5 out of 10. EA gets a 2 out of 10. All right, guys. Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap things up then. And here, let's switch to ending screen here. Like that. And I wonder who is currently streaming out there on Twitch, because I always feel bad about whenever I have to end and not just continue on the party with... Oh, you know what? Crayson, I think, is streaming Tales of Berseria. Let me see if he's still streaming, because it's been a little while since we've dropped in on Crayson. Yeah, he is. Yeah, let's go drop it on Crayson. He's a fun guy. Here, let's do that real quick. All right. We are dropping in on Crayson now. Wait. Oh, I guess I have to spell raid correctly. There we go. Let's try that now. All right, everybody, thank you all again so much. Creason's a really fun guy. If you aren't already familiar with him, he plays a bunch of RPGs just like me, and he's playing Tales of Berseria. It looks like a really fun game. I think he's about halfway through-ish. So, yeah, stick around and we'll hang out there together for a bit. All right, see you guys after the jump.